Hello my creative friends. I had offered some blog candy on my blog, and what I was offering was this stamp set, except this one's mine. I had a brand new one. And I know that I'm not supposed to ship outside of the US, so for my friends outside of the United States and for those who already have this, I offered a set of note cards, and I'm going to include the envelopes. And these are my note cards. These are also my thank you cards for the month of October. So if you place an order with me in the month of October, you'll be getting one of these cards. If you're the winner of the blog candy, you'll be getting all of these cards. Unless, of course, you'd rather have, let me grab this, unless you'd rather have the free stamp set. Let me just show you each of these cards so you can see what I did. I tried to use just a couple of colors and either have it be monochromatic or just two colors and that really offset each other. So this one is the Merry Christmas, and it uses Old Olive. And what I did to get this lighter background was I just stamped off twice and then stamped. Stamped off twice, stamped, and I just offset it. And then for the focal image, I stamped it just straight on a piece of Whisper White cardstock and matted it, and then tied a ribbon around, the Old Olive ribbon. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is Happy Halloween. And what I did was I used my marker and I did basic black for the Happy Halloween and Tangerine Tango for the pumpkin and the exclamation mark. And this is Howl's Tooth and Scaring Bone paper, I think is what it's called. The insides of them all are blank. Okay, this is the Love You, and it probably is not picking it up on camera. But I did the same thing, used two markers to ink it up. So I believe I did pink pirouette and then real red. And on the heart, I added crystal effects. And it kind of made the heart a little bit more pink than red, but it's still really cute. I used two different framelits. I used the Apothecary, I think it's called Apothecary Accents or Apothecary Arts. Anyways, I found that that fit really well, and you'll see I used it on a couple of them. It fits these sentiments really well. So if you're looking for a framelit, that Apothecary one works well. And then to mat it, I just used the Labels framelit. I thought it was really pretty, so I'll probably be using that again. And it is, it's very flat, it's easy to mail, and fairly simple, but still really nice. So, like that one. Here's my Celebrate. This paper is from the Festival of Prints Designer Series paper stack. I have used a ton of it and still haven't really put a dent in it. I love this stack of papers, they're great. And again, I went with the Marina Mist and the Pop of Red. I embossed the Celebrate. What I did was I stamped it in Versamark, and then I sprinkled some white embossing powder and then some iridescent ice embossing powder. So the camera probably doesn't pick it up. You'll see it in person if you get it. But it gives it a little bit of sparkle. I kind of wanted an icy, snowy feel, and I'll probably play around with it some more. Maybe if I mix the two completely and then put it on, I don't know. But it was fun. I like it. Did my banner. You know, I love banners. And then the last one is actually, I think, the first card that I made. And it's Thanks is Forgiving. Uses my favorite colors, the purples. What I did was I took, again, the Apothecary Accents framelits. And well, first I stamped. I stamped in, I think this is Elegant Eggplant. Or is it Perfect Plum? I cannot remember. Well, one of those two colors. Anyways, I stamped the Thanks is Forgiving, and then I cut it out with the framelit. Then I was planning on just matting it by taking two pieces of the darker purple cardstock and just kind of pulling it side to side or top and bottom. But when I did you probably cannot even tell, I'll try. When I ran it through the Big Shot, it kind of had a little bit of debossing around the outside, and I thought it was really pretty, so I ended up just cutting that piece and sticking this framelit inside. And now that it's close up, you can also see I used the itty bitty punch pack and a little bit of basic rhinestones to add a little bit of bling. So this one has a little bit of dimension as well, but I think it'll still be fine to send it. In honor of Shelly saying never leave an envelope naked, I stamped this. And what I found was the Affection Collection stamp set. This stamp set works really well with this stamp set. What I did was I took the lighter color and I stamped it in this, stamped off. So in this case it's Wisteria Wonder. If you don't have, if your colors are too close or too similar, you can stamp off a couple of times to make it a little bit lighter before stamping on your envelope. And then I stamped it full on in the, I want to say this is Perfect Plum. What I like to do when I'm stamping off is to just grab a piece of scratch paper, and it can be from your printer or the grid paper works really well. I'm also going to stamp on my grid, what is this called? This foam mat, Stampin' Up! Just started carrying. Okay, so to go with the Celebrate, I've got Marina Mist, and I'm going to ink up this image here. One of the things I found with these new stamp pads is to just lightly tap upside down, and that way you make sure you've got full coverage, but you're not as likely to get ink all around your rubber. Okay, so I want it to be really light, so I'm going to stamp off once, and then I'm just going to stamp onto the envelope. And next I'm going to take this and the Cherry Cobbler and stamp it. Okay, so now the envelope matches the card. Cute, simple, huh? So I'm going to continue stamping my envelopes and get my thank you cards out in the mail. Hope you have some time today to get a little bit creative. Thanks for joining me. Bye.